welcome back to this Team Lotus F1 Manager series, heading towards the back end of 2025, our second season now, and a very quick turnaround from the last race out in Baku as we head to the streets of Singapore in 4 days' time. So there's going to be limited off-track time in this episode, and very much getting back on track very quickly. And what could have been in that last race, we were leading, we made a call to jump in to the pit lane when a safety car hit, and ultimately we ended up in P2. So we'll never know if we would have stayed out, whether that would have secured the victory. But unfortunately, it was the championship lead of Valtteri Bottas who capitalised and won that race. So he extends the lead in the Drivers' Championship. But the person that caused the safety car, being George Russell, meant that he crashed out. So he did gain 4 points in the Constructors. So both championships still alive. They're a long stretch, but they're still alive with what is, I believe, 7 races to go now. Yeah, 7 races to go, 3 of which will be a sprint. So next time out, we've got our first sprint, and then we've got a couple more in Sao Paulo and Qatar. So plenty of points to fight for. And if you're jumping back into these episodes, you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. And if you can like the video, I'd say minimum target at the moment is just 15 likes. So if you can help me and my community just to bump us up to 15 likes on this episode, that would be very much appreciated. So please do like the video, and of course get involved down below in the comments. But let's crack on as we head to Singapore in this one. Okay, good news then. The tension between Liam Lawson and GP has been resolved, so that will help no doubt on track. So let's arrange a meeting to shake hands and hugs and all the rest of it. The board, yes, the board attended last time out in Baku, so they were very happy with the result, and that has led to an increase in confidence. So I don't think we're at risk of getting the sack this year, which is very good indeed. So a bit of manufacturing to do. I like to at least keep 4 of each part in reserve. We're running low on a few. We've got 5 of the underfloor, 4 of the side pods, 2 of suspension, so I've just done some manufacturing of that. That's underway. 3 on the front wing and rear wing, so we'll do that after we have done the chassis, but it looks like we might be at our limit. No, we're already doing a chassis, so in fact we'll get a couple of front wings underway as well. We should be good on car parts. Okay, we have got another research slot open as well, so let's crack on with that. I am going to do another underfloor project. Underfloor I think is going to be key for us, so let's keep knocking those out. And again, let's go for something like that. 1 engineer, $1 million for 31 days. Hey, front wing research is done now as well. So let's get another research project underway. How many front wings have we done? 3. That's fine. Let's get a side pod underway then. 32 days. Will we get another project complete before that? I think we will. Yeah, we get quite a few, so we're probably going to do some with no research. Let's do a front wing, 'cause it's a little bit longer. And let's go do another front wing, and we'll leave a bit in reserve. There we go. Right, let's go with that. 1 engineer again, $1.8 million, 41 days. Right, we are down to $8 million now, so we do need to be mindful of that. In terms of cost cap, got plenty of maneuver in there, but just in case I need to buy an engine or something, we don't know what will go in debt, but we will get our driver performance bonus and, of course, our sponsor achievements. So that money should go up again over 10 million, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, we're ready for this Singapore Grand Prix then. So it's 10th again for Danny Rick. It's going to be 9th for Liam Lawson. Let's head out on track and nail these practice sessions. Okay, underway then in a nice wet Singapore. Let's chase down these setups. Oh no. Danny Rick's done it again.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Danny Rick. We've had this once before this season. What's he done? He's just lost the back end.
That knocked their confidence.
He's going to be out of session, isn't he?
Safety car deployed.
That's very early on.
So eyes on dash.
Luckily, again, we're running warm parts, so the engine, gearbox, and ERS won't be too much of a problem for us. As we see a replay again, that probably did do his gearbox, but will be a rear wing. Probably going to be a chassis, suspension, and a few other parts, which isn't going to be ideal for us. Yeah, not great. And he's going to lose out on a about 95% of this session, so with sales satisfaction and track time is going to take a hit. Yeah, he only managed about 2 minutes, did Danny Rick. Danny Rick has done a chassis, rear wing and suspension, so not all 6 components, so could be worse. Have we got a spare chassis? Yes. Rear wing, yes, I think we are manufacturing both of those, so he's lucky on that front. Haven't got a spare suspension though. Quite a significant impact if we go down. We might have to emergency manufacture here. Going to be 1.2 million, so that is a bit costly from Danny Rick, isn't it? So let's get that on. So he's now all good to go. Completely smashed that engine up, but it was very worn anyway, so we can get this one on, which is 48%. That ERS is still a damaged one as well, so that's fine. And the gearbox, I don't think took much damage. We've got a 5th one we can use anyway, so all in all, not actually too bad for Danny Rick, but he's lost out on a lot of track time for track acclimatization and setup, of course, as we'll jump in to practice 2 now. Oh my god, Danny Rick has crashed again!
Oh dear, a crash! There's been a crash!
What is going on here? Oh my god, he's done the exact same thing at a different corner. Danny Rick. You're going to have to pay for another suspension then. So Danny Rick crashed again in that second practice session. Didn't retire. Did do one stint. When he came into the pits, it wouldn't allow us to send him back out because the damage was too much. So he's only got 10% track acclimatization. So lots of work to do in practice 3. And no doubt a lot of damage again here. I think we've got a lot of emergency manufacturing to do here. Chassis. Yeah. 2.2 million. Gonna have to do it though, because we're not just staying in this championship battle. This is really costing us here. And suspension again. So he's cost us 4 million. I think we had, what, 7 in the bank? So this has really cost us. He can't crash again. He's absolutely wrecked that ERS now as well. Engine's fine still. Gearbox, we can just about get away with that gearbox, but he's doing a lot of damage to these. He's going to essentially have to use this engine now for the last, was it 6 or 7 races plus sprint, so that's going to be touch and go as well now. Well, let's hope he doesn't crash in this final practice session. There we have it then, the end of practice and a nightmare for Danny Rick, crashing in practice 1 and 2, costing us 4 million in parts and track acclimatization only up to 45%. Because of that, car parts knowledge, of course, 100%. We haven't changed any car parts on this car for a long time. Setup satisfaction, not known. We did get it to 90%. We used Liam Lawson's setup as a base for Ricciardo to work off. Because obviously he hadn't got any setup on the car at all really in practice 3. That got us up to 90%. And we've gone for a final run to hopefully get that as close to 100% as possible. So we won't unearth that now until qualifying. So pretty poor at the moment, Danny Rick. 43% driver preparation. Liam Lawson, very well indeed. Just the track acclimatization we missed out by 3%. Otherwise, 100% on car parts knowledge. And obviously the most important, 100% on setup satisfaction. So Liam Lawson, a nice, clean and very good practice session. And Ricciardo, a horrible 3 practice sessions. Well, first 2. The third one was okay, but he's got a lot of work to do as we head to qualifying next. Here we go then, Q1, and it is very, very wet indeed. But it is going to dry out towards the end. So we're going to banker out on these full wet, but I think it will change to inters at the end here. As I say, let's just get them out, get a banker lap in. But it looks like it is going to be inters towards the end of this session. But you never know what might happen in the rain. Might be continuous red flags and no one gets a lap in. So I'd prefer to get a banker in. And we've done that. Ricciardo actually half a second up on Lawson. He might have benefited from a tow there though, to be fair. Here we go. That rainfall really starting to drop now. Want to be out as late as possible here. Minute 40, probably can't leave it too much longer than 2 minutes 30 here. Is anyone going to come out here? Is the AI going to do that thing where they don't come out? I think we need to go really, we can't risk it. AI are not coming out. It does this sometimes in the rain. So this is critical though. Can't make any mistakes because, well, Ricciardo can. Ricciardo's actually through, so I tell you what. Ricciardo can, because we haven't got another set of inters. We've used 3 inters on Ricciardo, only 2 on Lawson. So Ricciardo is safe because no one's come out. And Lawson's gone purple. So I think we're going to be pretty safe throughout this lap. And another purple. So Lawson getting the benefit of the track conditions. And he goes P1 by 2.5 seconds. But both drivers through then. Now, interestingly, George Russell looks like he's going to take a penalty and Carlos Sainz. But in terms of the Constructors' battle, more important that George is taking a penalty there. Right, Q2, and again, it is going to dry out a bit, so I'm just going to wait this time. So the track, the rainfall is dropping again. It's just about stopped, though. I don't think the AI are going out again here, it looks. No, the AI are not going out again here, so fair enough. We'll try to take advantage. And you'd like to think these are going to be purple laps again. Because they all set their times on wets. I mean, it is still relatively wet, 3.36. But yeah, inters can definitely work. And Liam Lawson has gone purple. It's a 30.5, 30.6. So very close from both our 2 drivers. And if they can keep it on the road, then we should be going through to Q3. Russell is out as well, and he's taking a penalty. Just noticed that. He's in P11. So that should be P13, hopefully. So that might be, if it's a 10-place penalty, it might be last for Russell, which is going to be massive for us in the Constructors. 41.3 then for Liam Lawson. 41.3 for Danny Rick. So he's about, Lawson's about a tenth to 2 tenths up here. Ultimately, it should be enough for, well, it should easily be enough for both our drivers to go through here. And Lawson goes to the top of the times. And Ricciardo goes P2. So Russell is 13th and knocked out of Q2 and will take a grid penalty. So very nice for us indeed. Ooh, and I've just noted that final change we did do to Danny Rick has got his car set up to 100%. So that is going to help him as well. Let's go into this final qualifying session. Right, now again, it's going to get dry at the end of this session. So I think what we'll do is we'll put these used set of inters on there, 97% and 96% for Danny Rick. And we'll get a time set. Bank a lap here in Q3. Then we'll go again with a fresh set towards the end. So Lawson goes P4. What's Ricciardo going to do here? On these first runs, he goes P8.
So currently P8.
So Lawson nearly a second off Bottas. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? That Mercedes looking very good. Are we going to get to... No, I don't think that'll quite get to dry tyres, will it? So again, we're going to have the track to ourselves. What's going on in this qualifying session? Is this going to be a chance of pole now? It has dried out a little bit. Didn't get enough to dry tyres. Close, though. Where can we go here? This is potentially good news for us with the AI not coming out again. And Danny Rick does go purple, so that is very nice indeed. 28.9. And about half a tenth quicker from Liam Lawson then. Could this be a 1-2 for Team Lotus I feel Bottas has got extreme pace in that Mercedes though, and it's only a case of because he's not going out again and the rest of the cars aren't going out again. That's why we're benefiting from that, but we'll take it. Just got to keep it on the track now, because if either of these crash, it's going to ruin both of their laps. If it was red flagged anyway. Now Lawson would... Ricciardo would be okay if Lawson crashed, because he'll be ahead of wherever it is yellow flagged. But he goes purple again. 39.2. But Liam Lawson beats him. It's 39.2. It gets very close. About a tenth and a half up for Lawson at the moment. But this could be a 1-2 here on the streets of Singapore. And maybe we could try and frustrate Bottas in this race. But it's going to be Danny Rick then, first across the line. Is it going to be provisional pole for the Aussie? Yes, it is. But Liam Lawson looks like he's going quicker. And he does, by a tenth and a half. So it's Liam Lawson on pole. And it's Danny Rick in P2. Bottas, our championship rival, will start in P3. Full classification then. Liam Lawson P1, Ricciardo P2. We benefit from the AI deciding not to go out for some strange reason, as they did all sessions there at the end. But it's Liam Lawson pole, Danny Rick P2, Valtteri Bottas P3, it's Max Verstappen P4, Oscar Piastri in 5th, Carlos Sainz 6th, but he's also taking a penalty, Lando Norris 7th, Lewis Hamilton 8th, Charles Leclerc 9th, and Fernando Alonso in 10th. As we saw, George Russell 13th, but taking a penalty, so is Van Dorn, so depending on the severity, if it's 10th place, George Russell will start 21st. He's probably going to start at least 16th. Going to be somewhere between 16th and 21st for George Russell, which is very good for us in that Constructors battle. Let's jump into some strategy then and get this race underway. Okay, so it is going to be the same way. We're starting wet, but it's going over to dry compound tyres about lap 35 to 40. So we're going inters to mediums with both. If I have a look here, the only concern really is that in parts like here, it's still going to be for inters. But there's not going to be too much wet weather. And then it should be fine. There's a little peak here, which might be close to full wets. But it's never going to be, you know, if it was going here to here, then it might be full wets for a while. But it's going to be a little peak. Still inters there. And then, again, there might be a stage here where they start to burn off quite a bit. But I think we should be absolutely fine because lap 33, it's expected to go completely dry. And yeah, these inters, we could full attack and get them to lap 35. And light would get them to lap 63. So we could do a whole race on them. So I think this is the way to go. We may not need to go light, but it's just to manage those phases where they might be burning out a little bit more. So it's going to be inters to mediums for both drivers. And it's Lawson who starts first, Danny Rick P2. Let's see how we go in this one. It's going to be wet to begin with. It's Liam Lawson on pole, Ricciardo in second.
And it's
as we get away,
and away we go.
Let's hope for a nice start between our two drivers. And Lawson leads into turn 1. Ricciardo follows him. And Bottas P3. So I think Bottas really has got the pace on us. We just got a bit lucky with the weather in qualifying, but let's see if we can just pull away. And we probably want to ask him not to fight this early on. Just so we can work together. Yeah, so I kind of want them to get a bit of breathing room and ask them to swap around here. Might be able to do it naturally here.
Copy.
Oh, don't crash, please. Right, we swapped them. But this was the fear that Bottas would get all over the back of Lawson.
Overtake is available. Overtake available. Copy.
I think he's okay, just about. Oh, yellow flag.
Okay, that's currently P1.
It's just a yellow flag still. Is it going to change for safety? I don't think it is.
Here we've got a yellow flag.
Hey, poor
Let's
chair.
have a look at that. Now it's quite wet for those on the track. Whoa!
Just a spin. I think he kept
Not
out of the barrier
surprising,
as well.
I suppose.
Did he? hold George Russell up even more there? No, I think it was Sainz in the Red Bull, perhaps. I'm worried about Lawson's tyres, though. Lucas, hi, buddy. How's it going? Fun times. Thanks for the follow. Oh, is Piastri making a move on Bottas? He is. Go on, Oscar. This would be good for the championship. Piastri's had enough of sitting behind Bottas, or has he? Oh god, Lawson needs to... They're getting a lovely slipstream off Lawson. Lawson's bringing Piastri past Bottas nearly there. That's not quite going to... Oh! Corner cutting from Oscar there. Have to use some of this battery now, I think. Lawson's going to be under pressure from these.
0.7.
This could be the moment for Bottas. It's not helping him with Oscar squabbling with him, though. And Oscar is nearly... He's really put Bottas in the wall. Go on. No, he doesn't. They're really pushing the AI now. You can see it. Lawson is
Overtake is available.
Struggling.
Overtake available.
Piastri's past Bottas. Stroll's mechanical fault's getting worse. %. When is the rain going to stop, though? 4 minutes. Touch and go of Lawson's tyres here. Oh, yeah, so the AI have actually come in line with Ricciardo's tyre life. Lawson's used quite a bit more.
Car behind Piastri. Gap 0.4.
Piastri really going for it.
Anything can happen still.
We're about to lap Lance Stroll here. This could be all sorts of problems. We know what Stroll is like.
At this point.
Batman, love the content though. Thanks, buddy. Alright, what kind of trouble is Stroll going to cause us here? Come on, Stroll. Yes. Oh, Stroll. No. Stroll, get out of the way. Right, he's got out of the way, but it's put Piastri right onto us.
No raining.
Oh, he obviously blocked Bottas off there because Verstappen squeezed past him. Right, Danny Rick has managed to get 2 seconds because of Stroll's antics there.
So it's closing up a little bit.
Oh, and Piastri's going for it. Lance Stroll has done us dirty there.
And we are not expecting more rain, so I'll let you judge the conditions.
But the good thing for us now is Bottas is down in P5.
Just head down.
And Lawson is just about holding on to this, though.
Use your tools.
Continue to battle with Piastri for near enough half the lap here. Come on, this is a drag race now. Trying to use some of the battery. Trying to stay ahead. Piastri's still in there, though.
Gap 2.2.
Right, it's down to 1.28 millimetre. Right, Ricciardo's got a nice 2-second gap now, which is quite nice. Stroll in a Sauber is really fitting, yeah. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Is it going to turn to a virtual? No.
Yeah, don't worry, mate.
Stoffel Van Dorn has crashed.
So here we are following the Alpine. Oh, and the car with a nasty crash into the barrier. All it can take is one mistake,
Stoffel.
one momentary lapse of concentration.
Van Dorn's terminal. So his car's terminal. Not wish that upon him. His car's terminal. And but he is going to make it back to the pit. So not going to have a virtual safety car or red flag there by the looks of it. Right, we're down to 1.1 millimeter on the track.
Full info, we are not fuel limited. We are not fuel limited.
Copy.
I wonder if we go early with Lawson. Is it going to be too early though? I'm going to get in with Lawson. Well, that's Van Doorn trying to retire. I'm going to get in with Lawson. It's a little bit too early, I feel, but they're just going to get DRS and absolutely going to gobble us up here. Pit loss is 30 seconds. Well, let's just check we are pitting this lap still. So we're going to come out in a good gap behind Charles Leclerc. And Oscar follows us in. Bottas pits as well. Okay, this is pressure.
Easy on the way into the box.
Ricciardo did not stop. So are they going to gain 2 seconds on their out lap?
Box.
We need a quick stop here. If not, we're going to get stuck behind.
I'll pit this lap.
.5 we're being held. Did Piastri jump us? Piastri has jumped us in the pits. We're still out ahead of Bottas. But Piastri is ahead of us, which is frustrating.
Piastri ahead.
So yeah,
Gap of
Piastri
0.5.
has got ahead of us. We kind of just need to stay in that DRS of Piastri now. I think we're going to lose out here with Danny Rick. Batman, thanks for the follow. Norris Verstappen in as well. But I think Piastri, Lawson and Bottas are going to be able to jump Lawson here.
I could do it.
Just keep your head down.
2.5. Right, here they come. Here comes Ricciardo.
Focus on reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
And here they go. We are going to lose out to them. So Ricciardo loses the race lead.
P4. And in front of you is Bottas. We have a Ferrari behind us.
So now Piastri and Bottas on the hards though. That's interesting.
Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
Understood.
But we haven't got much tyre life to really push. How are we in the Constructors Championship? We're P2 about 70 points behind Mercedes. So at the moment, it's looking quite good for us. If we can beat the Mercedes across this race.
0.6. Okay, crack on.
It looks like it's going to be between these top 4 for the win though here. Ricciardo's just dropped out of DRS, which isn't ideal there.
Warm up your tires.
Yeah, probably.
Overtake available.
Go on, Lawson. Liam Lawson on Oscar Piastri here.
Will work on tires.
Bit of a drag race with Oscar. Can we outbrake him here? No, Oscar.
Fantastic work.
Much late on the brake, but still in there. Come on, Liam. Oh my God, they're just going on forever here. Come on, Liam. Got DRS now
Last
to pull
lap was a
away.
purple lap.
And he gets the fastest lap of the race as well. Right, kind of what we need to do here is just top up
Okay, recharge on.
and get ready for a bit of a push at the end of this race, really. It's hammer time, Danny.
Those tires.
Understood.
Just try to work the tyres as best you can.
Danny Rick now on Bottas. This would be nice. Valtteri's going to fight it back, though. And he's going to fight it back well. Fastest lap for Russell. That's not great for us. These two still fighting through here. 2 championship leaders. Bottas has a good lead, though, in the championship, but we're past him.
Tires in the working range.
Right,
Okay,
now,
understood.
Ricciardo. Using quite a bit of battery here, but
Okay, understood.
we want to try and get him past Oscar. Then allow Lawson to move out of the way so we can manage the race
Okay,
again.
understood.
Marshy, thanks for the follow. Piastri looking at a move on Lawson here potentially. But Piastri will give up the DRS here. Lawson is still on, obviously, not fight teammate. Hopefully he can stay ahead of Bottas though. We can. That's fine.
Just look after this tyre set though. Look after it.
Right, Verstappen takes the fastest lap off George. Joker, good stream. Thanks, buddy. And if you're jumping into the stream, do smash a like. Really helps me out. Ricciardo not making the move there.
On next car will be Piastri.
Safety car probably helps us, considering we've got to nurse these tyres a bit. But it's been pretty clean round here, to be fair. Lawson just about got DRS. And as Ricciardo, we put him on light, but he's going to make the move here. And again, Oscar likes that little cut of the corner, doesn't he? Stay in contention. But Ricciardo is past him this time.
Good job.
But he'll have DRS again, so Ricciardo's got to try and cover him off.
And we open the gap if we can. You're doing a good job.
Right, let's see if we can push with him.
We don't need lift off.
You can pick up the pace a little bit for the moment. Press and hold the overtake.
You can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little
Lawson
bit.
is getting very close to Oscar here. This would be nice indeed. Oh, Oscar, very late on the brakes. Oscar's been pretty feisty, hasn't he?
This is really good.
DRS though, that's just going to kill us there actually.
Gap of 1.1.
Well, not too bad. Let's top up.
Press and hold the overtake.
Right, now let's try and use
Recharge
Lawson
on.
to battle with these. And let Ricciardo try and
Recharge
push a
on.
bit of a gap. Piastri again looking pretty feisty.
We do need a little bit of lift off for the fuel.
Right, Lawson, some reason closing the DRS there. But again, keeps Piastri behind with 8 laps to go. We go again. They've still got 13%. They're not using those tyres. So when are these two hard runners in Piastri and Bottas going to fully attack? That's the worry because they're not at the moment. And here comes Oscar. And Lawson, can he dive back in ahead of him here? He can.
Overtake is available. Overtake
Now
available.
this is the problem.
Copy.
I can do it.
Head down.
Piastri
Overtake available.
Understood.
is going to have DRS here on Danny Rick. This could be for the lead then for Piastri. Deploying with Danny Rick. Deploys well. Can Liam Lawson make a dive? No, he can't. Yellow flag.
Update on tires when you can, please.
Virtual safety car. Give us a bit of respite.
General mode. Picked up some vibrations. The last
Lovely. Let us relax. K-Mag.
Now here we are at the final corner.
K-Mag in 15th in his Aston Martin.
And unable to do anything
Oh,
about that crash.
that's a
That would have
big
knocked
off.
their confidence, I'm sure.
That's a big old off for K-Mag. Surprised that's
It's
just a
not
virtual.
going the way the team had hoped.
Virtual safety car.
Right.
And
Virtual
keep on the
safety
returns.
car. Magson's
Okay.
retired. That'll give us a little bit of respite. For a lap, maybe. Oh!
Yeah,
red flagged it!
Red flag.
They've red flagged it! Oh, no. What's happened? Oh, Carlos under the virtual. It's not because of K-Mag. Carlos has binned it under a virtual safety car.
While all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do...
I thought it was a delay to K-Mag, but Carlos Sainz... Right, a softs. Softs. But it's going to be a full restart. Here we go then, Ricciardo first, Piastri second, Lawson third, Bottas in fourth.
Away we go.
We're obviously on these settings because that's what we finished.
Yep.
Ricciardo retains the lead. That's what we needed in the first corner, but Piastri wants to fight it back.
Understood.
Everyone is on the softs. That's to be expected. Piastri takes the lead.
Yep. This is my pace.
Lawson still on don't fight teammate. That's what we need. Just protect him from Bottas. This is still good for Ricciardo in terms of the championship. We've got 4 laps to go then. Boa, thanks for the follow. Right, come on, Danny Rick. DRS will not be enabled, of course, for another lap because it's a full restart. Come on, Lawson, you need to hang on to your teammate here. Lawson's out of the DRS. This is not good. Although he's broke the DRS to Bottas, to be fair. Right, I don't want to use up all this battery early on.
On next car will be Piastri.
And Ricciardo's going to try for the lead, but he backs out of it. I didn't see the DRS enables come back up, but might have missed it.
Okay.
Piastri was still using his battery pretty heavily there.
Okay, understood.
DRS is available though, we see it. And Lawson got DRS on Danny Rick as well. Alright, here we go. I feel like Piastri's using a lot of that battery, which is absolutely fine if we can just stick with him. 8 attempts, we need to deploy a bit though. Because he's going to edge. Oh, Danny Rick's locked up. No! The championship is over. Daniel Ricciardo is out.
I crashed.
Daniel Ricciardo.
You okay?
Heartbreak for Team Lotus.
Right then, we can take a look now.
Danny Rick is
I
out.
think was at turn 13.
And that may well be our Drivers and Constructors Championship there.
And they'll have to pick themselves up after that.
No, Daniel Ricciardo, a lock-up. And he's in tears under that helmet, you can tell. Oh, Danny Rick. He's gone. Danny Rick is out. And that will be his Drivers' Championship. Dream gone, because Bottas is going to pick up at least 15 points. And Mercedes now also with George Russell getting at least 2. We're not going to make a dent in their lead in the Constructors. Can you believe it? Danny Rick, we were saving the battery there. It's looking good to have a last couple of lap battle to try and take the lead of the race.
Copy.
And it's over. Danny Rick is gone. Is it a full safety car or just a virtual here? I didn't see what actually popped up in all of that. Such was the despair. Virtual, it's a virtual. Right, there's still a potential chance for Lawson here. Right, Liam Lawson's just going to have to try and push now all the way to the end.
Okay, so it's closing up a little bit.
Watson, no. Phil, no. Sergio, wow. Batman just came back.
Copy.
And, yeah.
DRS now.
What can we say? DRS is enabled, though, because it's a virtual, not a full safety car. Can Liam Lawson bring us some joy at least? It is going to be the end of the Drivers' Championship, of course, for Danny Rick. I can't see him coming back from that. But the Constructors' dream might still be alive. If Lawson could win it, and Bottas only finished third, and Russell ninth.
Get behind at 1.2.
Right, we've got DRS on Piastri here. We need to stay with him. Come on, Liam. Bottas Piastri through here now. We're going to soon be starting the final lap of this chaotic Singapore Grand Prix in the end. With that K-Mag crash, Sainz crashing out, red flag, and then our own driver, Danny Rick. But here comes Liam Lawson for the lead. Down the inside of Oscar Piastri, and he takes the lead. But he's going to be under threat under these next two DRS zones.
Okay, final lap.
Because Oscar is not going to give this up. And here we go again. Oscar Piastri with the DRS. He's going to try and reclaim the lead. Bottas looks too far back to contend for the lead. Piastri is back in the lead, but Liam Lawson doesn't want to give it up. It's tight between these two. Lawson still hanging in there. You don't want to give the DRS to Piastri, though. And I think we're going to. This could be the wrong move from Lawson.
Okay.
Although Piastri lost a bit of speed through there. What we say about Bottas being too far back, he's suddenly on the scene. Piastri, no, can't make it work there. Piastri is hounding us.
You are doing a good job managing.
Come on, Lawson, bring it home.
Okay, copy.
Lawson, a couple of corners to go. Bottas is still in P3. Daniel Rick's out of the race. Lawson's round the final corner. And Liam Lawson wins it, but Bottas nicks the fastest lap. So he gets the extra bonus point. But Liam Lawson has at least won it for us. We win the race. But unfortunately, we lose out with Daniel Ricciardo. And yeah, so Mercedes get 15, 16, 17, and a bonus point, 18. So we do gain at least 7 points on Mercedes in the Constructors. That comes to a sad end in the Drivers' Championship for 2025 for Danny Rick. We didn't expect to challenge for the Drivers' Championship this year anyway. But yeah, the dream could have gone on for a few more races. But at least Liam Lawson... Actually, Lawson had a brilliant race there. He was the rear gunner to Ricciardo. He'd done everything he could to allow Ricciardo to win. But Ricciardo, a big mistake there. I mean, I feel Ricciardo's done enough this year, but with his contract up for renewal... You know, that's not what we need to see. But Lawson on the top step of the podium. If you haven't already, that deserves a like on the stream, so do smash a like on the stream. Right, there we have it then. Liam Lawson wins from pole, of course. He takes full 25 points. Oscar Piastri up 3 places to second. Bottas third, but did just sneak the fastest lap, so an extra point there. Max Verstappen 4th. Lewis Hamilton 5th. Lando Norris 6th. Fernando Alonso 7th. Charles Leclerc 8th, and unfortunately George Russell up 12 to claim 9th. And Yuki Tsunoda gets another point for RB. I think that's 2 points finishes on the bounce for him. As we see it, Danny Rick has retired. So, Drivers' Championship, this is how it looks now. Bottas extends it by 16 points. So, what is that now? That's... yeah, it's too far, isn't it? It's, what, 87 points, something like that with my quick maths. So, I think that's going to be too much of a margin. Oscar Piastri gains on Daniel Ricciardo. Liam Lawson makes some gains as well. He jumps George Russell, who's 5th. Max Verstappen 6th. Lando Norris 7th. Lewis Hamilton 8th. Charles Leclerc is 9th. Carlos Sainz 10th. And the rest of the point scorers, Alonso 11th. Yuki 12th. Esteban Ocon. Then we've got K-Mag, Perez and Gasly. The rest of the drivers yet to score. Don't know why Frederick Vesti is suddenly showing up there. But he's there, but he's not raced this season. Constructors. So we at least do take 7 points out of Mercedes now. So what is that now? 66 points I make that, the margin. So 66 points with, I think, 6 races and 3 sprints to go. So the Constructors' Championship dream still lives on for 2025. McLaren take another point out of ourselves and some more out of Mercedes. But I think they're too far back to challenge Mercedes. They could challenge us potentially. But yeah, Mercedes lead, still a championship battle on for Constructors. We're second, McLaren third, Red Bull fourth, Ferrari fifth, Aston Martin sixth, RB seventh, extending their gap on Williams by another point. Williams eighth, Kick Sauber ninth, Haas and Alpine yet to score. Don't think we did anything on the pit stops, did we? We didn't, so we remain in ninth in that one, but we have improved on that since last year. So Danny Rick's Drivers' Championship comes to an abrupt end. It would have been nice to see it unfold on track. It was unlikely to happen, but as I say, it would have been nice to see it just as a points deficit and not with Danny Rick putting the car into the wall and ending that dream. Although it is still theoretically possible, it's very unlikely now that we're going to be able to achieve that. And where does it leave Daniel Ricciardo? He's made a couple of mistakes this season. In Canada, he put the car in the wall and cost us a bit of money. And he done it in Singapore in the practice sessions, of course, where he crashed the car twice, cost us $4 million across this weekend, and he's put the car in the wall again in the race, which is going to cost us even more money. So, you know, that's not great, is it? Coming towards the end of his contract, yes, he's done well for us this year, but those kind of crashes is what Mick Schumacher was doing for us. So, yeah, if he's going to have a bit of a twitchy end to this season, who knows what that means for Daniel Ricciardo. But I was impressed with Lawson. As I said in there, he was the rear gunner, did everything he needed to for Ricciardo. And when Ricciardo was took himself out of the race, Lawson went on to win it. So very strong weekend from Lawson. But a bit of a question mark over Danny Rick now. So let me know in the comments what you think of that. Do we retain Danny Rick, or do we look for someone else potentially to lead that driver championship charge for next year? But as always, if you haven't already, please do smash a like on the video. Really do appreciate it. As I say, trying to get a target of at least 15 likes. If you can help me on that little target, I really do appreciate it. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. And as I said before, get involved down below in the comments. Let me know, does Danny Rick deserve that seat for 2026? And we'll be back very soon with the next episode in this Team Lotus F1 Manager series.